insert piping cord and attach it to the cuff. First of all, you're probably going to use some Bob Standard bias binding, and that will be too wide, so cut it down so when it's folded over it is 1 centimeter seam allowance. And then you put your piping cord in the middle and you just bang that on the curved side of your cuff and pin it into place. And then we take it to the sewing machine and we use our zipper foot and we move the needle all the way over to the left hand side and then 2 steps back, line it up with the edge and then just sew it in. This stitch is not so important just yet, so if it's a little bit loose, that's what we want. The second line of stitching will be the one that is really close to the piping cord. A very good habit also is to put the next piece you're doing from the other cuff straight under. That way you save bias binding and you save piping cord. And so, well, basically it's a good habit. Then you place the either contrast fabric or the same fabric or the lining underneath it, right sides facing each other. This time you move the needle all the way over to the left, literally covering the already existing stitch line by a stitch, and then you go all the way to the end with that as well. Cut back your seam allowance. And now your piping is securely in there, but it might be a little bit thick in the seam. So what we want to do is secure the piping with a needle, and then you can pull it out one end a little bit. I'm going a little bit too far there, and cut it off. You don't want to cut that much, you just want to snip it 1 centimeter just so you get that seam allowance. And then you put the side seams together and you sew them, and then you cut a triangle out here so that it's not so thick when you fold it over. So seams apart, fold it over, and basically that is your cuff done. You then sew around the lower part of the cuff. You can iron this, of course, before, just hold it in place so you can now attach it to your sleeve. If you want to see the rest of the Western blouse, there is a whole page on my website dedicated to it, and we've got quite a lot of variations there for you. So check it out, and I'll see you next time. Bye.